Hello, everyone. I welcome all of you to VAIR, which is for winning dreams. We are going to discuss a very integral part of the selection process, which is the extempore. So, here are the 5 tips to master TISS Extempore. Now, like I always say, that the TISSNet examination is only half the battle won. The remaining half still remains, and one half of that is extempore. So, it's extremely important for us to gain all that insights that we can in this short time and proceed towards preparing for it already. So, extempore is nothing but on the spot preparation or on the spot speech for on a particular topic without any sort of preparation. So, it is extremely important for us to be ready and be prepared with any kind of topic, and so that we immediately start speaking. Now, a few things which the examiners or the panelists look to analyze or evaluate you are one, your communication skills. They are extremely important. So, both your verbal and your non-verbal communication skills are really important. They're extremely important in this case. Second is your body language, your postures, your eye contact. How are you maintaining the same? It's extremely important. Third is your spontaneity that they are looking to analyze and evaluate you. Fourth is your knowledge, how much knowledge you have on a particular topic, on the course that you want to take up, and the current affairs. How updated are you with regards to the same? So these are a few things that they are going to evaluate you on, and you have to make sure that you prepare according to these parameters. So here are 5 tips to help you master the TISS extempore. So come, let's take a look at it. Like I said, that knowledge is one of the things that you are evaluated on. So in order to get this knowledge and come across someone who is knowledgeable and who can speak on any given topic, you need to build content. So what do I mean by saying build content? This is the time where you need to make a list of probable topics. So, what are the burning topics? So, topics related to the current affairs, topics related to the course that you are taking up, topics related to the industry that you are targeting is extremely important, and any sort of current affairs that is related to the same. So, make a list. First, begin with making a list. And by making a list, I mean literally jotting down these topics. Stay updated with current affairs. Like I told you, current affairs is a it's a vast area. So in order to be well prepared on topics from current affairs, it's extremely important that you are updated on these happenings and on a regular basis. This is not something that you can develop overnight, that you can, sit today and you can maybe look at the newspapers which are 1 week old or maybe even 2 weeks old. You need to continuously update yourself with respect to the current affairs that are happening, and you should not hold yourself back and restrict yourselves to only current affairs related to your course or your industry. Definitely focus more on that, but be aware about other topics as well. So, the best way to do it would be reading the newspaper cover to cover on a regular basis. It's extremely important and absolutely unmissable. Prepare topics relevant to your course. So like I said, suppose if you're applying for the TISS HRM and ALR program, then definitely you should prepare on something like massive layoffs. So it's extremely important that you prepare topics relevant to your course. If you are applying for the hospital administration or the masters in public health program, then you should make sure that you are updated on the current budget spent on the healthcare industry in India. What are the new policies in the public health domain that has been formed in this last year? So these are the few things that you should be updated upon. You should keep a note of statistics. What is the number? Say, what is the number of public is to private hospitals in India? If you're applying for, say, masters in hospital administration, or what is the rate of unemployment globally? What is the rate of unemployment in India? Because if you're applying for some HR related course, so it's extremely important because when you mention these statistics, it provides validation to what you are speaking about and it makes it sound all the more real. Jot down famous quotes. So you can use internet researches as well. You can use your reading material like books, articles, journals to build up content, and of course, newspapers. While you write it, make sure if you come across something or some very interesting quote, make sure you note it down. You write the person who has spoken about it. Because when you start an extempore, especially when you begin an extempore with a quote, it gives a very good impression, and definitely it should be relevant. So when you are jotting down these quotes, make sure that you can use it in more than one topic. So jot down some quotes which are relevant to more than one topic that you have been preparing on. And how are you going to learn it? Similarly, the statistics part. So if suppose you're going to talk about layoffs and you know the number of the unemployability rate in India, so you can use it there as well, the global statistic. So you can use it in any topic related to employment or employment opportunities. So see how can you use the same set of statistics and same set of codes in different topics. Moving on to the second point, keep it simple. So, a very big myth which surrounds the extempore is that I should use technical words, I should use flowery language, I should use bombastic words. A good vocabulary will help me impress the panelists. If you use bombastic words, but the context is incorrect, the grammar that you're using is incorrect, your sentences are long and technical and jargon, full of jargons, but you're not making head or tail of what you're speaking about. What you're talking, what you're saying is not relevant to the topic. So it becomes sort of undecipherable for the panelists to understand what you are saying. So please avoid the use of complex words and jargons. Use correct grammar. Keep your sentences short and crisp. Your speech should be concise to begin with. That is one of the main things in an extempore speech. You should not elaborate it unnecessarily. Make sure that your speech is concise. Use everyday language because it will come in handy for two primary things. One, it will help you speak with a lot of more ease, with a lot more comfort. It's very important for you to be in a state of comfort when you're talking, and especially when you're talking at such a short notice, when you are not prepared, when you don't know the kind of topic that you're going to be speaking on. So use simple language. Don't burden yourself with using bombastic language or fine language if you are not used to it. If that is something that comes to you automatically, if you are adept at it, definitely go for it. Okay, but otherwise, if you have to put in a certain amount of effort and now is the time that you have started preparing, then I would say steer clear of bombastic and jargonistic language. Go for simple words, simple short sentences, everyday language, and make your content worthy of listening. The way you speak and what you speak is what is more important here. All right. Moving on, let's see what is the tip three. The tip three is to maintain a proper structure throughout your speech. Now, it's extremely important that you do not start speaking as soon as you are given the topic. It's important for you to divide a particular topic into subcategories. Have a defined plan in mind and on paper. So yes, you are allowed to take down notes for 20 to 30 seconds. You will be given between 20 to 30 seconds, and you should make a structured plan over there. And reading the topic, pick out the key words from the topic, write it down, and make sure every sentence that you speak is relevant to the topic. You do not deviate from the topic for even a few words. The given time might seem long sometimes. It's just 2 to 3 minutes that you have to speak for, but actually is very less in where you have to where you are or where you can take the liberty to repeat certain points. Okay, so make sure you have a clear introduction. The introduction should ideally introduce the topic to the listeners. The body. The body is where you can elaborate a little about the topic, and you should subcategorize it. So suppose if my topic is say e-commerce, boon or bane. Now Boon means say advantage, and bane means something negative, disadvantage. So if it is e-commerce, now you are supposed to pick up either one of them. It says boon or bane. So you can't come up with a neutral stance. So firstly, if you are doing an intro, then write or define, I mean, e-commerce. All right. Then we move on to the body. What you can say is you can talk about different, you can give the examples here. Examples are very important in an extempore. It really provides that body to your speech. It helps you consume that time in a much more significant manner, and it also helps you relate more easily with the topic you are speaking about. So examples is extremely important. Then you can say maybe the causes. So suppose you are bending more towards the boon. So make sure you mention like three advantages of e-commerce. Then you mention, say, four or sorry, two disadvantages. All right, of e-commerce. So that means you agree that with saying that there are three advantages that you think it's a boon. So now in the conclusion, you can talk about why do you feel it is a boon, and you have to clarify your opinion that you believe it is a boon. So this should be like a simple structure that you should have within like 60 to 90 seconds that you are given on the paper right in front of you. All right. Incorporate examples and anecdotes. Anecdotes are short stories. So when you are narrating these short stories, make sure they come across more as from someone else's point of view, because your extempore should not only be about I, me, and myself. So let's look at the fourth point. Be confident. Extremely important. Like I told you that you are evaluated on your body language is evaluated. So your body language definitely consists of your posture. It consists of your eye contact. It consists of your hand gestures. It consists of your facial expressions. So make sure you have a smile on your face and you use enough hand gestures, because you know the it's an online extempore. So it's just that this much part is visible. So your hand gestures is a way of showing that you are active, that you are there. So if you sit like this, like a statue, you might just come across as monotonous and very routine. So we do not want to do that. Keep your body language very engaging. Keep it active. Sound energetic. Sound confident. Then if you're not sure about the topic, so this is one of the most commonly asked questions. People often ask me, Akriti, what should I do if I have never heard about the topic, or I have no idea about the topic? So see, whatever had to be done is done. You can't google it now. You can't prepare it now. You can't call up a friend or your mentor or guide and you can't ask them, bhai iska matlab kya hai, right? So what are you supposed to do? Break up the topic into simpler words. All right. So break up the topic. What does massive means? What does layoff mean? अपना दिमाग लगाओ थोड़ा सा कि क्या हो सकता है. So break up into simpler words. Take a pause. Take a deep breath. Speak whatever you can. Don't come out of the examination like from the meeting, the online meeting, absolutely clueless about it. Give it your best shot. Give it your best shot and then come out. So during that time also, you have to be confident. You have to be composed. All right. Speak clearly and audibly. This is extremely important. There is, thanks to Zoom, that we do have the option to enable subtitles now. But you do understand that the interviewer does not want to understand your speech through subtitles. That is why they're asking you to speak about it. So make sure that you speak clearly, your speech is well defined, your diction and tone are perfect, and you are audible. So if you are someone who is not who is very soft spoken, it's an online interview. So here I would say that maybe use a microphone. Test your technology and use your microphone. It will help you. Maintaining eye contact is extremely important. So how do you maintain eye contact when you are online, like when you are talking virtually to people? So the only way to maintain eye contact is looking at the camera continuously. If you look at, there's no way to look at the panelists at different angles. If you look down, or if you're looking at yourself, or if you're looking at the material on your screens, definitely they'll feel that you are diverting your attention from them. Because if you're continuously looking at the camera, then you can believe that you are maintaining eye contact. It's easier for the person who you're talking to believe that you're maintaining eye contact with them. So, yes, this is another hack that you should definitely use during your online personal interviews as well as your extempore. The final tip is it cannot be anything else but only to do these three things: practice, practice, and practice. So, there is no shortcut to success. We always believe in working hard, we believe in doing the best we can. So, practicing is a great part of extempore, right? So make it a habit to try and talk on random topics every day. So unexpected topic, or like anyone who is around you, your dad, probably he reads a lot of newspaper. Ask him, आज के paper में क्या था? Give me a topic from the newspaper. See if you can talk about it. Ask your friends. पूछ मेरे को कुछ भी एक topic दे. Start thinking, what will you do? Mentally rehearse these things. Mentally rehearse. Try to retain that information so that after 60 seconds or 90 seconds, the prep time that you are given before an extempore, you can speak. And when you start, you do not fumble them. Try and talk to new people. I know a lot of you here are introverts. I do understand your difficulty, that it becomes extremely difficult for you to communicate even on a planned basis. Forget about an impromptu speech that you now have to give. After having worked so hard with your TISS examination, it's just not fair that you cannot reach the final destination because you've not been able to give a power-packed extempore speech. So try and talk to new people. That will help you build confidence. It will help you build the right body language. It will help you with the content and it will also help you with the delivery. So try and talk to new people on a daily basis. Try to speak up in those meetings where you are the new one. So try not to be too timid now. It's your time to step out and build your careers. Mentally rehearse speeches, as I have already mentioned earlier, that you can mentally rehearse these speeches. It's not necessary for you to speak for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes on the trot. You can mentally rehearse these speeches. You can keep a mental note of the information that you are trying to retain every single day. Try to condense points from content and build speeches around them. So when you are writing down your content, when you're building content, try to pick up some points कि चलो अगर मुझे इस पे लिखना होता अभी के अभी बोलना होता तो मैं क्या बोलता. So just pick up a few points and build speeches around them. See how well do you fare. Record yourself while speaking. How do I know? When I said, see how well do you fare, the first thing that came in your mind, who's going to evaluate me? So see, ideally, I would say go for guided preparation on extempore or mentored preparation for extempore, and record yourself while speaking. If that's not something that you can go for, or if you choose to prepare by yourself, then record yourself while speaking. That will help you identify your mistakes, and then simultaneously you can rectify your mistakes. Now that you have recorded yourself while speaking, you have watched your videos, you've rectified your mistakes, it's time to start over. Pick up a new topic, it's a new day, it's a new start. Start over, start preparing with these topics, and keep practicing until you get there. All right. So I hope these tips really help you and you can master this extempore. I really hope the best for you and I really wish you all the best. It's time we get up, get started, and we crack that test extempore. In case you have any other doubts or you need guided attention and help with respect to extempore, and do leave me a comment if you want any sort of guided attention. You can leave the word guide me in the comments below and I'll surely get back to you. Apart from that, if you have any other doubts, do let me know in the comments below. All the best.